Okay, looks like we're back. Jesus. Let me get all this shit up and running. Man, you know what sucks the most about this is that I was talking up Xfinity like I don't have problems to Darth. Lo and behold, here it is giving me problems. Give me a second, chat. I'm trying to finish putting up the rest of my branding for the second part of the stream. I don't know what the deal was with that. Kind of annoying, TBH. All right, let's pull this back up.
Part of life, okay? That is a fact. I'm sorry if that triggers you, okay? That is the reason why you are monogamous. It is because for some reason, because you've watched a lot of media that's told you, or maybe you just have a
the goddamn media.
This, you think that you're entitled to sexual exclusivity from your partners, okay? I'm not saying you have to like change that now because these are social norms that have been ingrained in you.
I'm just saying you're a fucking loser, a fucking moron.
I am literally applicable here. I am a gender abolitionist and a man. The reason why I don't abolish my own gender is because I am still limited by the social preconceptions that I have arbitrarily adopted. You understand? Right? This is like the most basic sociology class ever, and chat's reading like crazy.
It's so basic.
What about fear of STD?
They teach you in year one. I remember when I took my Sociology 101, they were like, what's up, guys? So today we're going to learn that all human monogamy is a socially constructed thing that's totally not reals. By the way, back in the day, everybody was fucking like crazy. It was just a giant polycule up in the hood. Okay, everybody fucked everybody all the fucking time as long as they were 18 or older, because that was very important 5,000 years ago, of course. And yeah, bro, that's just what life was like, you know?
From partners, that's fine, but that's not really what we're talking about. People don't people like, let's be like, people aren't monogamous for STD fear, okay? People are monogamous because they feel like sexual relationships should be exclusive. You know, that's definitely not why people are those things.
That's true.
Is being straight a product of homophobia? Holy shit. Chat, please. A lot of straight people's unwillingness to fool around with the same gender people is a product of the social maligning of bisexuality. This is one of the reasons why women tend to be more comfortable with bisexuality than men. It's because it's more socially normalized and accepted for women to fool around with other women than men to fool around.
Okay, real quick. This is kind of sort of true, but you have to look at this a little bit differently, okay? So lesbian or bisexuality among women is only reinforced or supported socially insofar as it appeases the male gaze. That's a really important thing to understand about female gayness, okay? Lesbians are awesome because they appeal to men, and we get to look at them and jerk off to them and have threesomes with them. Somehow that makes sense, right? This is why lesbians are so supportive. But when you get into like actual lesbian relationships, they're like, we don't fuck guys, we don't do anything with guys, where they don't have that appearance to the male gaze, it becomes far less socially acceptable. Women will make fun of other women for being lesbians, and men don't want anything to do with like traditional lesbians. They only want the sexy ones that they see in porn videos. So be a little bit careful when you're like, lesbianism is super accepted socially. No, lesbians that show up on Pornhub are what are supported socially among human behavior. Not all traditional lesbian relationships or whatever. Yeah. Can another factor be in how fetishized female beauty is by standards opposed to male beauty? Maybe a little bit, but also not as many women are bisexual as you think. I think I said that a lot. Like, play bisexuality or play lesbianism or play gayness is accepted in women communities, but they're not all actually like bisexuals or lesbians. A lot of women like just say that shit, and they're not at all. But
Sigmas just want less women. Give good vouch.
Other men. So yes, while that doesn't mean every single person who is straight now would have been like bi in a perfect society, it does mean that many people might have had much more neutral inclinations were it not for the fact that they've spent their entire life saturated in a system that encourages them to only explore an element of their identity. What's wrong with wanting sexual exclusivity? Oh my God, Rob Dog. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it is an arbitrary product of exclusivity that comes from insecurity, okay?
That sounds like it's wrong.
Why is it? Why is he so fucking charged? I genuinely think like if I were at his level and like I was talking to chat about something that we maybe disagreed on, unless like somebody was getting a little bit too emotionally charged, I don't think I would necessarily be like that upset about anything anybody else had to say. I don't know. It's hard to say like because it could come off completely different. But yeah, I think he kind of needs to take a chill pill.
Wrong,
Things that
then.
we do in our friend groups that are driven by insecurity, okay? When you want to spend some more time with a friend because you feel like you're not spending as much time with them, that is driven by insecurity. That doesn't mean it's a
Wait, what? This is fuck. I understand more. This is fuck. This is actually gonna sound so cancerous. I'm gonna sound really gatekeepy like now, and I don't want to sound gatekeepy. Okay. When you learn about psychology, or if you learn basic things about psychology, psychology should like inform and hopefully reinforce some of your views of human behavior. Because like if you've got a lot of experience, you learn things in psychology, you're like, oh, that's why that's the way that it is. Oh, that's why that's the way that it is, right? It's kind of like music theory. Music theory exists to explain sounds, but music theory is not sound, right? Music theory just tries to explain and give you some frame of reference for like, well, this is why things sound the way out. Same thing with psychology. Psychology doesn't dictate human behavior. It seeks to explain human behavior. Sometimes when I hear people say certain things, and the way that they explain it, it's like, fuck, you're totally missing some aspect of human behavior, or you're just trying to throw out vocabulary and not understand the implications of what you're saying. When you say something like, so many things stem from insecurity, and like imagine you want to hang out with a friend and you haven't hung out with them enough and you want to hang out with them more. That's insecurity. That's not insecurity. Absolutely not. Wait, what do you mean? If you're trying to hang out with a friend as a result of insecurity, that's something that you should seek to change.
How do you do the YouTube tab thing clear in the corner?
I just put it in the corner and I turn on the transparency a little bit. If you're trying to hang out with a friend because you're worried you're going to lose them as a friend, that is insecurity, and that's probably not a good thing. But if you want to hang out with a friend because you miss them, you haven't hung out with them much, and you just enjoy hanging out with them, there's nothing wrong with that. But that's not insecurity. These are distinct concepts. Generally, when you talk about insecurity, you're talking about somebody that feels like they're lacking something that they're not. That's what an insecurity generally kind of refers to. It's usually a thing you seek to like change. Like, oh, you're insecure about this. Well, you either need to fix that particular thing or you need to fix your feelings about that thing. Just because you need something doesn't mean that you're insecure about it, right? Like if I walked around and I thought like, so I'm doing gym stuff now. If I walked around and was like, God, I look like such a loser fucking piece of shit. I'm looking so horrible. I'm so fucking horrible, right? Then it's like, oh, that's insecurity. You know, that's bad. You should change that. Don't have a negative view of yourself. But if you're like, oh, like, so like personally, I bench 315. I wish I could bench like 340. So I'm working towards that bench. You can't be like, oh, well, he's insecure about his bench because he only benches 350. That's not insecurity. You have a goal. You got a good like self perception, and you're like working to change something, right? These are like distinct concepts. Insecurity is way different than just you want something and then you go after it. These are two totally different things. There's like a chasm between these worlds, and to just try to say like all of it is insecurity is such a weird. That's just such a weird thing to say.
Yo, Des. I'm gonna keep it $1.50 with you. Vosh has you outpaced, intellectually. Don't you want for us to be socialist, polyamorous chads that give each other blowies in our autopilot-free Teslas on the way to our co-op? Also, I need
feel
about
like I've
50K.
outpaced him intellectually.
Good one.
Groups that are driven by insecurity, okay? When you want to spend some more time with a friend because you feel like you're not spending as much time with them, that is driven by insecurity. That doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means it's driven by insecurity. My issue with this is very clearly the fact that monogamy is considered the social default and anyone who deviates from it is considered aberrant. Whereas in reality, non-monogamy seems to be both positionally, like epistemically, and fucking historically the default. People who are monogamous should be the ones putting that shit on their profiles. and which is more common, by the way, in Seattle, okay? I actually see that. People will specifically say they're monogamous. Great, do it. Normalize admitting that, okay? Shampoo, they don't have... Insecurity is literally not a feeling that, like, animals feel in the way that we feel. I don't think that's applicable. Animals behave in ways that their evolution guides them to because it maximizes the potential chance of their offspring. When we, humans, were acting in more naturally ways, we were non-monogamous. So in that case, we were fucking around. So polyamory should be the default. No, just assume... my opinion is that the best and most neutral way of going about this would be to assume non-exclusivity. But if a person wants exclusivity, then that's fine, and you should respect that. And people who want exclusivity should be respectful towards each other and find each other.
Okay, but what's the epistemic framework by which we access these feelings of monogamy? What the fuck?
And do weird monogamous stuff, like holding hands or whatever, okay? Do you honestly think insecurity isn't a bad thing? It can be, but it's also
I love that
an
weird
inherent part of human behavior. Like,
No.
I love that weird monogamous stuff like holding hands or whatever. As if that's something that's exclusive to monogamy. Or even like relationships as a whole.
Okay, insecurity is always a bad thing. You should not be insecure about something. You should be secure in everything you do. If you have an insecurity, that's something that you seek to rectify. It's by definition, I think insecurity is a negative thing. That's why we try to overcome insecurity, or we try to ameliorate our insecure feelings, right?
Fear can be a bad thing, but I don't think the concept of a person feeling fearful is like a morally wrong explanation for some elements of human behavior. Is this
Are we going
really
back to
so
super...
difficult? You guys are infuriating. I hope you know that. Are you implying that fear is insecurity? I'm implying you're getting banned for 30 days. I can't. I'm sorry. So stop framing it like monogamous people have something wrong with them. All right, you too, Mortimer, have been extremely clear. You're being insecure right now, funnily enough. Typical monogamous over here.
He's getting banned.
30 days. It's like, it's funny. My thing is like, you guys are acting on insecurity, and you're like, no, we're not. No, we're not. How dare you say that about us? Like,
Oh my god, he
damn,
mad.
really carrying the torch there, huh? Please chill. I've been very clear in my position, okay? If you don't like it, don't make it my problem. Hasn't monogamy been a historical difficult? Post-civilization, yes. In tribal humanity, no. I talked about that at the beginning. I cannot believe how stupid this chat is about us. Because you motherfuckers LARP as progressives until progressivism or the idea of challenging social norms suddenly overlaps with the norm that you like. I fucking hate it when people like you act like that. It's so fucking frustrating.
Dude, he's so
Progressivism
mad.
isn't just about being pro-gay or whatever the fuck else, okay? It's about a fundamental, unconditional willingness to challenge social norms, or at the very least to be understanding of the ways in which those social norms are formed and the influences those can have socially.
Based.
Okay? That's progressivism.
Okay.
Because if you're just progressive because you're like pro-gay or pro-trans or whatever, you're going to be the next reactionary. You can't. It's not enough to just be pro whatever social shit people are for these days. Okay. You need to have a general awareness of how all these like reactionary takes are beget by the normalization of social values. Okay. I think I can still be progressive and not be an advocate for non-monogamy. I'm not asking you to be an advocate for non-monogamy. I am asking you to acknowledge that monogamy is an arbitrary social standard born today of insecurity in the feelings of your partner's sexual exclusivity. Okay? That is a fact. I'm sorry. There's nothing direct or biological or natural or necessary about that arbitrarity. And hey guys, have you seen how monogamous people act about being cheated on? Like, have you seen how they act about all this stuff? It's not just the betrayal of being cheated on that bothers them, because cheating on non-monogamous people is still super fucked up. There's very clearly a sense of insecure and wounded entitlement. Because this happens outside of cheating too. Monogamous people have got... I've seen monogamous people get upset that their partners have had partners before them. What the fuck is that? That's like common. Guys get offended or insecure if their girl has had like a couple of partners beforehand. That isn't even, that shit is so fucking cringe. Congratulations. That's monogamy normalized. An irrational obsession with and entitlement to sexual exclusivity from your partners. That doesn't mean every monogamous person is like that, but that sure as shit overlaps, okay? So yeah, there. That's the worst element of it. Now
This
that
is
you've
just
recognized the worst
epistemically
element of that
based.
behavior, recognize the core from which it is derived, and accept it, okay? At Vosh, Oxytocin is released in the body during intercourse, a hormone which is linked to positive social functioning and is associated with bonding, trust, and loyalty. Isn't the fact that we become biologically more attached to people we fucking are for monogamy? No. You become biologically more attached to people you have a good day bowling with. There are hormones that release that bond us to people when we interact with them in any way, shape, or form. Sex is a way of interacting with people.
No, that is absolutely
Also,
not
nothing
biologically
about bonding,
true.
trust, and loyalty has anything to do with exclusivity. That's not even remotely associated with each other. Do you just bond with one person in your entire life? So people should bowl more often? Sure. It can be to some people.
Bro, this is impossible. There's no way.
Well, it's a good thing I said that it's okay if you want to be monogamous then. This seems weirdly validating to anti-monogamy perspectives, lol. Yeah, like, what if I just fuck 2 people? Wouldn't I just bond to 2 people then? Sweet. Remember that time when monogamy was based in completely made-up standards, but everyone acted like it was the default state and you had to remind them it's not? Yeah, there are people in chat still doing that, yeah.
Jesus.
Don't polyamorous relationships require even more trust and communication? I'm not talking about polygamous relationships or polyamory or whatever else. I'm just talking about non-monogamy, sexual exclusivity. Even the concept of a relationship in a modern sense is, again, modern.
Capitalistic.
Do you think that, like, people 10,000 years ago had boyfriends and girlfriends? Probably not. They probably had loose and fairly ambiguous, like, chains of social connections that were like friendship in the modern sense, but like the idea of like you two are in a relationship is.
Why not just like Google? I would did I be so scared to talk about this before giving it a simple Google first? So I'm Googling earliest evidence family unit. I'm curious. The earliest evidence of a nuclear family dating back to the Stone Age has been uncovered by an international team of researchers, including experts from the University of Bristol. The researchers dated remains from 4 multiple burials discovered in Germany in 2005. The 4,600-year-old graves contained groups of adults and children buried facing each other, an unusual practice in Neolithic culture. One of the graves was found to contain a female, a male, and 2 children. Using DNA analysis, the researchers established that the group consisted of a mother, father, and their 2 sons aged 8 to 9 and 4 to 5 years old. I think that we used to live in more tribal lifestyles, for sure. I think that the concept, the big like nuclear family as its own pillar unit, I think originated post World War II, but we definitely lived more like communally a long time ago. But I think you still had like family structures within that commune. But okay.
Probably not something we're biologically conditioned to do or to believe in. That's probably something that we've sort of standardized socially with time, you know?
Base.
Liz Squared, I'm not even saying I'm anti-monogamy. I'm just saying I'm anti-monogamy as a default and that monogamy is born of insecurity, like a lot of other human behavior that I and everyone else here engages in. Does this mean we engage in practice during threesomes? Yes. Congratulations. Implying there's anything like such as a default state is essentialist thinking, Vosh, polyamory, and monogamy are both arbitrary. No. No.
Uh-oh.
Sexual exclusivity is arbitrary. Sexual non-exclusivity is not arbitrary. A restriction and the absence of restriction are not equally arbitrary, okay? Being able to do whatever you want is apparently the default
we'll have a
state.
convo with
Saying,
the
oh,
Red
actually, you
Pill for
can't do this
Robo
one
Thomas.
thing is the
What's your
arbitrary
general
deviation.
take on all that stuff?
OG pill author. I don't know what any of that is. Red pill. Oh, I think red pill shit is usually.
How
great.
much you want to bet he
that state
cheated
of
on
being that you
Birmingham's
have
and
to
used the
justify.
plight of
They're
capitalism
not
as his
equally
excuse?
arbitrary.
Stop.
Married couples with children should be banned. All right, you're right. You're right. Only bans will break this stun lock. You guys are dumb as shit. It's unbelievable how unintrospective you are. You can literally fucking be monogamous if you want. At no point have I said you can. I think I said it like 20 fucking times. I've said it like 30 fucking times. But does anyone listen to
Okay, the thing is, I don't think Vosh actually believes that when he says that. So there's 2 different ways you go about the conversation, okay? So I think he's trying to get to my position. So here's my position, okay? I think there probably are a lot of people that are monogamous, and that monogamy could be born out of insecurity. That's totally true. That's definitely possible. There's also probably a lot of people that are like polyamorous or into open relationships who only do it because they, I don't know, because they're massive sluts or something. I don't know, that could be it as well, right? Like, at the end of the day, you should figure out what relationship works best for you. Think a lot about it. Think why you do the relationships you do. And then, you know what? If monogamous relationships are for you, then do a monogamous relationship. I don't think that being a relationship means you're necessarily insecure or means that you're horrible. Like, do it. That's fine. And if you like to do open relationships or polyamorous relationships, that's fine too. Like, that's it. That's all you have to say. You don't have to be like, monogamy is born out of insecurity. Like, damn, chill, okay?
To me, when these takes get any hotter than trans women or women, no. You stupid pseudo-progressive dumb fucks are completely unwilling to analyze anything about your own behavior outside of the very basic social science that you've normalized by being part of progressive communities, okay? I hate you guys. I hate you so much. Oh my god. Oh my god, you're so desperate to
Oh,
justify
God.
not admitting that it's born of insecurity. There's tons of shit that we do that's born of insecurity.
For what
okay?
reasons would someone prefer monogamy? Some people really like the idea of having one loyal partner that they feel like a special connection to. Some people, when they engage in sexual activity, they have like a super strong emotional connection while they enjoy that activity. And if that is the case, their partner sharing that experience with other people is going to feel a little bit weird. It might cheapen the experience for that person. I think that seems to be a relatively normal thing to experience. I don't feel that way at all. I have no sexual emotional connection whatsoever, but that seems probably to be a little bit not the norm, even among people that do open or monogamous relationships. Open or polyamorous relationships. But for the people that do, yeah, I mean, I don't think that's, I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing or a wrong thing or like whatever.
There's tons of elements of social interaction are born of insecurity. It's fine. Just acknowledge it. Just say, yes, this is something that I feel insecure about, and I want to organize my relationships around that. And that is a totally valid perspective.
That's
100%
not
valid. So fucking valid. Equally valid to what I want.
Hold on, I just want to say that is not valid. You shouldn't organize your life around your insecurities. You need to fix your insecurities. If you're insecure about something, fix it. Don't try to build your life around it. That's so toxic. Don't do that, guys. Okay? Don't do that. Don't build your life around your insecurities. Don't let your insecurities control you. Okay? Not good. Not poggers, guys. Not poggers.
Okay? Just acknowledge that it's that. Okay? That is what it is born of. All right? That is the thing that brings it about. Okay? Just admit that. Jesus. Just pretending that monogamy in society is driven by some sort of inherent human behavior or some sort of ulterior motivation that isn't just, I feel unnaturally entitled to the sexual exclusivity of my partner. Okay? Just admit that. It's fine.
I love the verbiage here too to show how committed he is to the position, right? You have an unnatural obsession with an entitlement to a singular person's body without their consent, only because of the framework of society's enforced this entitlement on you. Like, oh my god, like the language is so loaded. Holy shit.
I feel entitled to stuff. I feel entitled to stuff. You know that? If I had a girlfriend and she made me breakfast, I would love that. But if she then made breakfast for another person in the same way when they sleep over to like hang out and play like video games, and like, but not me, that would be, I would feel insecure about that. And it would make me feel bad. And I might even talk to her about that. But I think that would be okay because it's something that I associate with her and me, and for her to do it to somebody else feels a little bit weird, okay? You get it? But I don't think that's bad. I don't think it's wrong of me to feel that way. I just think that human interactions are complicated. You made it seem like all monogamous people are insecure. I think I said most. And most all, or like a good majority of. And I stand by that. Maybe some of you were just hit on with rocks in your head. No, if anyone's making monogamous people seem insecure, it's chat right now, okay? Do you think all monogamous people are insecure? What? Literally? Just, here, wait. Leftist Killbot. We're ending it right now. Let me just ask you. Leftist Killbot asks, do you think all monogamous people are insecure? Like, couldn't a person be secure in their monogamy? Why don't you feel comfortable with your partner fucking other people? Answer the question. Leftist Killbot. I've only have you highlighted in chat. I'm not looking at anyone else. It's just you, okay? It's just you right now. I'm looking at you.
They're
okay?
in the hot seat.
Why? Why do you, what is leading you to place this restriction?
Yeah,
Why?
true.
I feel like I'm not exactly sure. Maybe think about it, Leftist Killbot, because there's one answer, and it's jealousy.
It's jealousy, bro.
You'd be jealous.
You
You think it's something that should be reserved for you. And if that's how you feel, that's fine.
Vosh won the debate, guys. Sorry. You're done.
It's fine.
Yeah, Danzo.
There's more than one answer. That's like the majority of the answer. At Vosh, burden of proof. For me, all right,
Steven.
we're getting you too, buddy.
Ooh.
Here is some free money.
Jealousy is sometimes a good thing.
Damn.
That's crazy, dog. Good thing at no point during this have I said that jealousy is a ubiquitously bad thing, or insecurity is a ubiquitously bad thing. These are feelings that people have that moderate their social interactions.
Jealousy and God damn, we're really just stretching these words. I think it's because he fell down that pit of like all things are arbitrary and everything is nihilistic and nothing means anything and everything means nothing. So now it's like jealousy is good, jealousy is important. Like, okay.
I don't think this element of insecurity is justified enough to warrant a social norm. But if you want to do that, that's fine. Doesn't jealousy stem from insecurity? Yes. I mean, I guess that's the big connection there, right? Would it be more accurate to say it's a social expectation more than insecurity? The social expectation of entitlement to the other sexual exclusivity is a form of insecurity. Like how guys, hey! You know how it's a social standard that a lot of guys are raised into, saying like they believe they're entitled to the attention of the girls? You know that standard? You see? It's like that at the end of the video game, you get the girl type of trope. Guys think they're entitled to like the affection or the attention of a woman.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So social norms instill in them a feeling that leads them to be insecure.
Okay.
Right? And that insecurity is a product of the entitlement that they feel. Right? We've all said this before. Now, does that mean that you personally are a bad person if you feel insecure because you haven't gotten a girlfriend when you think that you should have? No, that's a human behavior. Humans feel that.
Where are we,
But
man?
You should recognize the element of insecurity
What's
to
happening,
that
guys?
and where it came from. If anyone at this point can't follow the point that I have made, I'm sorry.
Ban them.
I can't make it any more than this.
Just fucking ban these
For me,
kids.
it's about the other person breaking an agreement we've made. It's not about jealousy, it's about dishonesty. I don't think it's acceptable to cheat on non-monogamous people. But then why do you have that agreement, Comrade Robin Hood? Why do you make that agreement?
Yeah, comrade.
Bosch, I mostly agree with your take. Do you think there's any way to make monogamy a thing without the insecurity component? Quick question, guys. Is there any way for a guy to think that the girls that he dates shouldn't talk to other men, not an insecurity thing? Could you ever imagine, like, realistically, any situation in which a guy is like, yeah, I don't think my girlfriend should be able to talk to other men?
That's basically what monogamy
yeah,
is.
it's about what we normalize then. It's about what we fucking normalize, okay? Stop getting mad at me when you're capable of applying this analysis to everything adjacent to this one issue, okay? Because I only want
Tangential.
to be
You
in a
should have used that
relationship
word,
with
not
one person.
adjacent.
Comrade
Tangential.
Robin Hood, it's not about you being in a relationship with one person. It's about whether or not they can have sex with other people. Why would you place that standard on them, that expectation? Night mind, the social norm instills in people a sense of entitlement and insecurity. I feel like I'm like 3 questions away from any person here angry with me for them admitting that it's an insecurity thing, like every single time.
Ooh, 3 questions away
Bill
from
Sykes,
total
it
collapse.
is insecurity. That
That's
is
an
the word for
interesting
it,
way of phrasing
okay?
that.
I ate sand today. Most intelligent VGGer. You guys are killing me, man.
God, why does he even
Oh,
take my
God.
VGGer
Comrade
from
Robin Hood, you're taking
DGG?
Wait, did he really? Oh no. Oh, please tell me more about insecurity, Vosh. Captain of the VGGers.
What the fuck? Bro,
You
not
place
cool.
the burden of expectation because you think you're entitled to the sexual behavior of a partner. Fine, do it. Have fun. I don't care. Let me pee. Haven't banned that many people in a while. Bosch is completely right in this one. Chat's been consistently showing their insecure babies who have never meaningfully thought about the ways in which they feel. Yeah, it's about the sociological imagination, guys. It's about
True.
being able to understand these systems.
So based.
Bosch says cheating is okay. Please don't spread that take. Holy shit, please don't spread that take. Cheating isn't wrong because, oh god, that's gonna be clipped. Cheating is not bad because the idea of having sex outside of a committed relationship is bad. Cheating is bad because you've broken an expectation.
That's true.
That's gonna be clipped right there. How would we promote non-monogamy as a standard position? I don't know. I don't think it's something you have to like crazy like ham out for or anything. I'm not asking you guys to go out there and be like huge political advocates for the concept of fucking multiple people. I'm just saying that I think we should be introspective about where our biases and preferences come from. And I think that's a reasonable ask given the types of stuff we talk about here.
True.
You said earlier it was definitionally insecure to not want your partner to sleep with others, but what part of insecure's definition points to what you're saying? My dude, I'm just gonna ask you to think in it, okay? Just look within. Just look within, okay? I'm curious as to your personal definition of insecure in this case. Okay, guys.
Uh-oh.
Real quick.
He's reeling as his definition of insecurity is
When
incoherent.
a guy doesn't want his girlfriend talking with other men. Chat? Base, Pepe? Yeah. Guys, use the term that I'm clearly trying to bait you into using here. Please work with me here. I'm gonna do the whole bit, but only if you work with me. Insecure, okay? What do we call a guy who doesn't want his girlfriend having friends outside the relationship? What do we call a guy who doesn't want his girlfriend interacting with male coworkers on the job? What do we call a guy who doesn't want his girlfriend going to social functions out with other girlfriends?
We're getting there. He's building it up, guys.
Because the bars get rowdy at night with guys.
We're almost there.
He doesn't want her like seeing any of them or whatever. Okay, now what do we call a guy who doesn't think that his girlfriend should be able to have sex with other people?
Bam!
We call it monogamous.
Destroyed.
That's my point. That's my point.
Shit.
That's my point.
Jesus.
Not the same. Cope. Giga cope.
He crushed
Not the
it.
same. Giga cope.
He crushed these insecure nerds.
Literally the fucking same. The
Listen
only
to these
reason you
guys
think
cope
it's
in
different
chat.
is because you think sex is special. And congratulations on internalizing your Christian morality. Okay?
Ooh.
If you think that sex
Mega
is like
own.
crazy fucking special, but
Mega
spending
own.
a night out with friends isn't, then I've got a lot to tell you about how humans bond, okay?
Bond.
I've got a lot
He's
to
the
tell you about
bonding
how
expert.
human beings
He's about to
interact
tell you
with each other
so
and form
much.
relationships, okay? If your real concern is about maintaining the like exclusivity in any kind of like bonding, then I'm real sorry, but you can't stop at denying your girl the ability to go fuck other guys, okay? You're gonna need to keep her from leaving the house.
Okay, but sometimes your partner thinks sex is special too. They might place more emotional weight on that, no?
In circuses, then they also share that insecurity. Is that not just preference, though? Everything that I just described is preference. Guys, this is literally the Patrick Wallet meme. I don't know. I can't do this. I'm going to Roblox myself. I literally, like, we went through all of that, and you guys
It's
are
insecurity all the way down, guys.
No, it's different, dude. It's different. This is literally the Patrick fucking Wallet meme. I'm done with this topic. I'm not saying another word. Deal with it yourselves, guys,
Got 'em.
okay? If you want to be unintrospective and delude yourself into believing that you're adhering to some kind of higher moral virtue by engaging in just what is the most socially normalized of plenty of other clinging and desperate and possessive behaviors, then fucking go for it.
True.
I think you have a right to engage in that stuff if you find a person who also wants to do it. Holy shit, but still. Jesus Christ, it's so fucking cringe. You guys are in the lefty fucking sociology majors chat, and you're like, this is like grinding against my brain right now. Holy fuck. What's up? This is not a good time to interrupt right now. We have some
Jesus
people being very
Christ.
introspective
Imagine
about
being a monaga cuck.
monogamy.
Macuckamy.
Find someone clingy if you're clingy. I agree. Thank you. No, I agree. Absolutely, yeah.
I love being clingy.
Yeah.
Obsessive.
There, yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
Stop
Wait, hello? Is that shoe on head? I'm just kidding. I'm
torturing yourself to find people who want what you want.
That's not the perspective we're coming at this from, but yes, I agree. Yeah, I know. All right, now stop. You're interrupting us, Sunlock. Vosh, you just said that abusing your partner by not letting them outside is the same as being sad about them cheating, and you wonder why Chad is mad. All right, you're getting banned too. Sorry, Comrade Robin Hood.
Ooh, see you, Robin Hood.
Robin
Sorry.
is down, folks.
You'll
The
be
wealth
back in a
belongs
week.
once more to the aristocracy. Campagno, I'm non-monogamous, but I still think sex is special. You know what I think is really special?
Uh-oh.
Spending a long evening out with somebody and having a really good time, and then watching the sunset. Okay?
Oh, Control plus D. Oh. Except he's Control plus D me from like 10 year ago takes. Damn.
I think that shit is real fucking special. And I am non-monogamous.
If Wash is worried about the envy that monogamy promotes, then why is he a
Fuck
socialist?
that has to do with what we're talking about. But I agree. Please stop. Chat, you please, you have to stop.
Please, chat. Shut
I'm
the
sorry.
fuck up,
As
chat.
is the case with all other drama, the only way out of this is simply to lay down and accept the fact that I'm objectively right in anything that I say. All the time. Everywhere. There's no other way out. You just have to lay down and accept
Oh
it.
God.
Can you explain how non-monogamous relationships work? Non-monogamous relationships just mean that in addition to being able to do everything with everybody else except sex, you can also do the sex. That's it. That's the only difference. Non-monogamous relationships are extremely.
Oh, you know what would be a good atheist meme? There's a really edgy meme where it's like, here's the chart of every god. And then, oh God, what is it? it's a chart of like 50 different gods, and all of them are crossed out except for Yahweh, the Christian God. And then the edgy quote is like, I'm just like you, Christian, except there's one additional phony god I don't believe in. He should have like there should be like a chart for like all the behaviors, like hand holding, hugging, massages, watching sunsets, going out to dinner, watching movies, and then like they're all okay except like sex is crossed out of the bottom or whatever. And it's like, I'm just like you, monogamy cuck, except I am okay with all of the behaviors. It's like, you know what I mean? You guys see where I'm going? Okay, listen, there's a good meme in there. Okay, you have to have known the chart. If you don't know the chart, you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. All right.
They're objectively less complicated than monogamous relationships because one boundary no longer exists.
Oh shit! I see that Vosh hasn't tried a non-traditional relationship if he's going to say something that fucking stupid.
Do you want me to deliver a huge canister of cock? I mean cock. I mean cock. I mean cock. I mean, bruh. Cock. Bruh, I meant cock. Please don't ban me, I'm trying to say cock. I mean cock. No, it's called coke. Yes.
Good one.
Non-monogamous relationships are extremely uncomplicated. They're
Okay, that is the least true thing that has ever been said. Okay, every relationship is very complicated. Non-monogamous relationships are very complicated. Okay, the idea that they're not is hilariously naive. Holy shit. Oh my god. But okay.
objectively less complicated than monogamous relationships.
Objectively.
Because one boundary no longer exists. That's it.
Just
Simple
get rid
as
of the
that.
boundaries and you have no more complicatedness.
What you're thinking of right now is polyamorous relationships, which is not the same thing. Polyamory is having multiple romantic partners at the same time. And I am not in a polyamorous relationship, nor have I ever been. Nor, frankly, do I think I ever want to be. And why have relationships just fuck people? Kwazuli, is to you the only benefit of a romantic relationship the ability to have sex?
Fuck. There's
Is
so
that
much
the only
more.
thing you're getting out of a relationship? Do you have a partner right now who knows that the only reason you're bothering
Oh
to be a
my
partner
God,
to
dude.
them is because it gives you the ability to have sex with them? Jesus. You
Disgusting.
confuse polygamy and polyamory. No, polygamy is like multiple marriages, right? Multiple wives or husbands or whatever. Why don't you want to be in a trouble misogynist? I just don't have the energy. Especially with queers. You have any idea how fucking emotionally engaged I'd have to be? God, I can barely handle one relationship.
Oh my god, what the fuck
Is there ways
is
to address
this?
this? I don't know. I don't care. Do whatever you want. I love you. Do whatever you want.
Do whatever you want.
What about hookups instead of sex, but we just cuddle some ace? Good. Do it. Whatever. What makes platonic attraction different from romantic attraction? I don't know. That probably depends based on the people. I don't care. Havosh, the fact that you don't associate sex with love is quite rare. First of all, I don't necessarily know how true that is. I feel like a lot of people socially associate sex and love in a lot of ways, but a lot of people recognize that they're not intrinsically connected. Like, come on. How many people in their lives, even like older people, like boomers or whatever, have wanted to fuck someone without like being in love with them? Like, even if it was just a celebrity crush. I'm pretty sure most people would recognize that even if sex tends to be something they do with people.
Oh, I
who
guess
they-
I can speak here. So now we can bring in some like an actual experience arguments. There are some people that will make the argument that like, oh, like sex for me has nothing to do with emotion, and actually I think I can do this or whatever. I think I can be in a sexual relationship and there's like no emotional tie whatsoever there. There definitely are people that say that. Oh man, are there a lot of people that say that? But that is absolutely not the case. And once they get a taste of that sexual relationship without the emotional commitment, it destroys them. This is an experience that I have gone through all too often where somebody will say, oh yeah, bro, like, yeah, dude, I can like casual sex. It's awesome. Like, yeah, casual long-term sex. Oh, for sure. That's just the best thing in the world. And then when they actually get a taste of it, then it's really complicated. And things can get mega fucked. I just built all those turrets over there and I don't even need them over there.
they love, they can conceptualize the idea of enjoying sex, even if it's outside of romantic relationship. Depends on how good the sex is. Yeah, well, is this because the influence the church had in Western culture over the last 1,000 years? I don't fucking know. Maybe. YouTube
is
chat
the church
modeling right now. Yeah,
anthropological?
it's because they're fucking baby brained. Sorry. Stay mad, cope forever. I don't give a fuck, okay? Your inability to engage in basic introspection is not my moral problem, alright? I did it, I tried. It is you who is coping. Most people feel differently from you. Don't think I won't ban you either. I think most people can conceptualize.
Don't think I won't ban you either.
Love and sex.
You're no one's safe.
Like they can understand that they're not the same thing. That sex is not something just done to people that you love. It's also like a fun thing that you might want to do because you find someone hot. Yeah, like plenty of people have had one night stands. I don't fucking know. Your opinion is the basis of ace people being able to have fulfilling relationships. Well, don't mind ace people, okay? Chat is on a rampage right now, trying to prove how all their preferences are completely normal and have nothing to do with social biases
God, I have
whatsoever.
grenades.
Imagine being ace-phobic in chat and weird chanting right now. Just popped in. If you talk about how many monogamous people cheat in their partners, yeah. Oh, Tempest, what an excellent way to break this stun lock by talking about the fact that you so-called principled monogamous fucks are constantly cheating on each other because you're so desperate for a social norm that allows you more freedom with who you get to fuck. No, that would definitely fix the problems with this stream right now. No. That's okay. We're fine. Any thoughts on one-sided non-monogamy? I don't know. I have no fucking idea, Vermin. I don't like one-sided non-monogamy. That shit always seems to be super fucking imbalanced. There's a big meme about that where it's like the girl is like, I want non-monogamy. We can both do it, right? And the guy is like, no, okay, you have your fun. And then the girl gets like fucking absolutely made airtight by like fucking big meaty chads.
This is so uncomfortable.
And then the guy gets.
This is so fucking uncomfortable.
What was that explanation? Gets made airtight. Okay, I want to apologize for what I said. Okay, Vosh videos are hella entertaining. All right, this is not at all boring. Why is Vosh so aggressive and weird when he talks about anything sexual? So I can I feel like I understand what's happened a lot sometimes. So I think what happens is you have a strong feeling about something, and then somebody asks you why, and then you try to justify that feeling, but you're doing it on the fly, and you haven't actually gone through that rigorous process of justifying feeling. And you have to justify everything you feel pretty rigorously, because a chat room full of 1,000 or 5,000 whatever people, they're gonna pick apart flaws pretty fast. So if somebody's going to attack you over an idea that you've kind of like post hoc rationalized, so like you have a conclusion, but you haven't actually built the argumentation to it yet. If you're trying to do it on the fly, you're going to stumble. And then you're gonna get really upset because like people are gonna be attacking your argumentation, and you can't change your conclusion because you already came out really strong in favor of the conclusion at the start. And so when your argumentation gets attacked over and over again, and then you don't really, then it's like, that's why, notice how like he starts on, he started with this weird like anthropological take where he's like, oh, well, evolutionarily speaking, the naturalistic state of humankind is, and then he like dumped it immediately, but now he kind of like reverts back to it sometimes, but then he says, well, but, and he's got all these things, he's got all these weird statements like, well, it's socially reinforced, but it's okay to be that way, but it is an insecurity, and most people are insecure, but it's okay to be insecure.
Vosh is
It's
insecure.
like a really weird like.
He needs to forgive his mother for turning him against his father.
Yeah, it's just a weird like combination of things. Yeah.
Gets like nothing. I don't know. That shit can be pretty weird, I think. Some people just don't want to bother. I think overwhelmingly those arrangements are the person who's remaining monogamous or just desperate to stay with a partner who they hope will be satiated by non-monogamy, but usually isn't. That I think can be pretty bad. Being non-monogamous doesn't mean that you have a right to be like fucked up to monogamous people or whatever. Like that doesn't give you a right to be like invalidating or disrespectful or like to abuse or exploit their biases or anything like that. Jordan H says, I think a lot of monogamous people can learn how to have better relationships with less jealousy by considering these things. Yeah, I think I agree with that. Yeah, I think that's true. Even if you want to be monogamous and are monogamous, I think at least being aware of these feelings can mitigate the more pernicious elements of like jealousy or entitlement in your relationship, you know?
That's true.
Or we could just delusionally shit talk me and pretend that there's absolutely nothing like socially conditioned about monogamy and that it has like nothing to do with jealousy or whatever. I'm sorry, society's imprinted a specific connotation of emotional connection with society. Well, I mean, I hate that, but whatever. I think that's dumb. People like associating sex with love has definitely like I think made things more complicated for me and for a lot of other people. But monogamous people would disagree, so I don't know. It's not a conscious decision.
Cucks.
Never said it was. Vosh, what's a healthy emotional response to cheating? Are you asking me like I think you can like end a relationship over cheating for sure. Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what you mean. I mean, you shouldn't like freak out and like kill them or whatever, but like, yeah, you can. Why? They're just being insecure, mate. Should we? How many people do we have to ban today? It's not about being insecure, okay? It's about having standards in a relationship, or having boundaries or expectations and having them broken. There's a difference between the arbitrarity and harm of a boundary and the harm of it being broken. Those are not the same thing. They're absolutely not the same thing, okay? If you're mad at me, okay, just like jerk off super hard tonight and take it somewhere else, okay? Vent your frustrations on your fleshlight fucking body pillow combo, okay? Do not get angry at me for pointing something out that you don't like, right? Holy shit, this poison lasts forever! Anyway, yeah, you can don't like kill anyone, but... Well, carbonated peach milk, I think you could associate love with a lot of interpersonal interactions then. Vosh literally said you could be cheated on as a poly. Yeah, of course, cheating is bad. But it's not bad because there's something metaphysically wrong with having sex with multiple people.
Metaphysically wrong.
Because you violated the boundaries of that relationship. Even in polyamorous relationships, you do know that people like get approval from one another before having sex with other people. There are a lot of concerns associated with sex that like should be taken into account, you know? So getting cheated on is still insecurity? Nope, and also banned permanently. But yeah, even in like non-monogamous relationships, you know that people like check in with, like they're like, hey, you know, I'm seeing this person, like we might have said, like, how do you feel about that, you know? And depending on the relationship that you have or how like stringent you are with these expectations, sometimes like they try to mutually meet the person. Like it'll be like, oh, I'm okay with you fucking this person, but like, could I like see them first, or could we like go to the park together or something? And sometimes it's just like, oh, you know, you made sure that they've gotten like their STI test or something or whatever. There's
STI, not STD. It's like he chooses every fucking phrase to be like the most optimally intelligence projecting thing he possibly can. I'm sorry, maybe I'm reading too far into it, but just I'm sorry.
Two ways to handle that. Bill Sykes, I'm sorry. It's just the the insecurity bullet is the bullet. It's the real bullet. I don't know what to say. That doesn't mean that you're doing something uniquely bad or wrong. That's just how it is. I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I've already made my argument. Socially conditioned insecurity. What are other strong emotions that can be conflated with love? I can't think of anything seriously. You're jumping the shark a little bit there. You didn't say strong emotions conflated with love. You said that sex is an experience which releases hormones that affect bonding. But sex is not the only experience that can do that. There are lots of things that could potentially do
Okay,
that.
to be clear on this, sex is a unique, like, bonding chemical experience or whatever, especially for women. That is true. I don't know why. I don't know why you would like pretend that's not the case. Like, this is
an incredibly strong bond that people form. People literally talk about like the bond of brothers or whatever.
The bond of brothers, bro. I need a bro job immediately, please.
Somebody and like go driving around town or something. These are all experiences that can be not just like really fulfilling, but can literally chemically bond you to people. But we call those things friendship bonding, and the sex thing romance bonding. But what we understand to be
I need my Chekhov crystal.
fairly socially conditioned, you know. So what we're really talking about is which types of bonding we socially normalize to be associated with love, and which ones less so, you know? Now, there's going to be some varying extent to which these affect. I'm not saying that sex isn't like a big component of like relationship format, because it totally can be. But the fact remains that delineating the line right there is fairly arbitrary. I mean, again, like if sex was the only thing that could do this, then there would be no asexual relationships, but there definitely are, so. Pigeon, stop knocking that thing over. I think so many people get really emotional over this issue because they hate the idea of their partner suddenly becoming non-monogamous or poly or something. Yeah, that sounds like insecurity to me, but I agree. I think a lot of people are defensive over this because they don't want their partner to become like non-monogamous on them. Which, hey, I'm probably not changing their mind right now. Just listen.
Is there research on that? That sex is special, especially for women? My understanding is oxytocin. Wikipedia. I believe that oxytocin is a hormone that we have that we release, especially during sexual interaction, and I think childbirth, and I think other forms of physical contact. Oxytocin is a peptide hormone and neuropeptide normally produced in the hypothalamus and released by the posterior pituitary. It plays a role in social bonding, reproduction, childbirth, and the period after childbirth. Oxytocin is released into the bloodstream as a hormone in response to sexual activity and during labor. It is also available in pharmaceutical form. In the prairie vole, so we're moving to animals now, The prairie vole, oxytocin released into the brain of the female during sexual activity is important for forming a pair bond with their sexual partner. Vasopressin appears to have a similar effect in males. Oxytocin has a role in social behaviors in many species, so it is likely also does in humans. In a 2003 study, both humans and dog oxytocin levels in the blood rose after 5 to 24 minutes of a petting session. This possibly plays a role in the emotional bonding between humans and dogs. So it does have, it appears it does have some form of like social bonding as well, but I know that there's like a heavy amount that's released during like sexual activity, which is why it's, people have called it in the past like the love chemical or the bonding chemical or whatever. In popular culture, Oxytocin is the name of the 5th song in Billie Eilish's 2nd album, Happier Than Ever. There you go. I save all my Oxytocin for the Rift, true.
Arguments. I'm not fucking stealing people away from me. What if I don't want my partner to sleep around because they suck at sex? I'm afraid people will think I'm bad at sex too. Like I'd have to supervise it to make sure they're doing right. Fuck. Yeah, like you're a trainer or something. You know, you're like, you know, gotta make. Hey, if my girl's fucking people, okay, she's got to be putting on a good rep. You know, I don't want my reputation being staked on her incompetence. Fredo Sal, the goal was never to
Destiny,
change people's minds.
I'm gonna keep it a
I'm not gonna
stack.
make any of your fucks non-monogamous.
I need a bro
So
job.
if you're on the border,
I'm down real
I'd
bad.
suggest being open to it. Like if you're kind of impartial, you don't have any strong feelings about it one way or another, I'd suggest maybe trying it, you know? Not like have a relationship and then go like sit at home jerking off while she fucks 27 other people or whatever. But like sleeping around a little bit can at least be a good way of understanding what you like in reference to other people. Yeah, but Hunga Master, there's no reason why you couldn't do that with multiple people too. We're talking about monogamy after all, right? Like you can bond with multiple people.
Damn, dude.
Vosh is banning people.
Okay, we'll
out
do
of
another one of this
insecurity for how bad
later.
It's
This is
Brother.
the brutal mode is
If you
really
want a really
difficult.
strong
What the
argument
fuck?
in your favor, point out how many straight men are okay with their wives fucking other women. Oh, that's totally true. Hey, yeah, why are so many straight dudes okay with their like their girlfriend or wife making out with girls at the bar, but they'd get furious if it was a guy, you know? That dynamic doesn't really make much sense unless insecurity was the driving force, right? Right? They're insecure because if another man fucks their wife, that's an attack on their masculine entitlement. But if a girl fucks their wife, it's not. Right?
Masculine entitlement. That's such a way to phrase it. The reason why men typically don't care if women mess around with other women is because they don't think that bisexuality is real. That's it's so strange for him to miss this. How does he miss these things? A lot of people are biphobic. Gay people and straight people are very biphobic. They don't really believe that bi people are real things. So the reason why guys don't care, they'll do like male female threesomes, or they'll be cool with their like girl like making out with another girl or whatever, is because they don't think that it's real. I'm not gonna lose my girlfriend to another chick. That's a girl. What the fuck? She's not gonna date a girl. That's gay, right? This is the thought process of people. I don't think it has much to do with entitlement to their body. It's just more like, are you worried about losing your partner to somebody like that? Or do you think that there's like some fundamental like bonding that occurs in a female-female sexual relationship that would occur like in a male-female sexual relationship? That's another thing as well. Something that we miss a lot as men, or at least as straight men, or men that don't get fucked or whatever, is there is also like there's an emotional experience to having somebody fuck you that is very unique as well, or to share that experience that guys don't usually get unless you're a bottom in a gay relationship, or I guess unless your girlfriend pegs you. I don't know if it's the same. It probably would be somewhat the same. But like that experience of also like actually fucking somebody or being fucked is also probably viewed a bit more intimately by a lot of people as well. And obviously girl, especially with those dramas or whatever, and even with this drama arguably don't experience the same thing too. But
There's no way you can logic this not being a product of insecurity, at least in some way, shape, or form. Yeah, sure, President Sunday. It feeds into sexism and misogyny and stuff like that for sure, and toxic masculinity. But I think all those things also tie into insecurity. A ton of toxic masculinity is about insecurity, after all. Are we doing okay? Chat, you gotta let me know if you're doing okay? I'm afraid you personally will fuck your partner, yeah. Maybe Jason Hickel had that point down, you know? Maybe the Vosh straddles up to your girl in the bar analogy was
Hang on, guys. I'm gonna move my mic back a little bit. I'm gonna have to get a little bit closer.
Fuck other girls thinking that she will end up coming back to him every time, only to have his girl stolen by another girl. That shit happens, dude. Any advice on how to start non-monogamous relationships with a potential partner? I've only been a monogamous once before. If you want to try it, just tell them. I don't know. Just talk with them, right?
don't do that, okay? If you have a closed relationship, trying to open it is probably gonna be the death knell. Okay, that's a very, very, very difficult thing to do. Don't just do that, okay? Holy fuck. That's a whole other thing you gotta prepare for, right?
Okay, chat. I can tell a lot of you are trying to deliberately change the subject, but it's okay. It's okay. Let the new subject find us naturally. You know, let it arrive to us. You know, with minimal issue.
What a wild ride. Jesus.
It's Kevin Hart for Fabletics Men. Fabletics Men.
Shut up, Kevin. Okay. I think we're gonna go back to the lo-fi for a bit. This is definitely a very new experience for me. I'm definitely not used to this process. I don't know, to be perfectly honest, I don't even know if I'm necessarily doing this right. I probably need to increase the light a little bit so I can see just a little bit better. I might keep it like that, I don't know yet. Let's see. Hang on guys, I'm gonna look some stuff up right quick. Because I know for a fact people do this often. I'm just curious as how they go about doing it. Like whether they make the model first and then like do the works on it and then they do all that. Because I would imagine like this is a relatively common thing in the 3D space, but I just don't know what the approach is. Hold on, guys. 3D illustration. All the characters that are being used are so simple. Huh. The problem is a lot of the So my question is, how did you do this? Hang on a second, guys. I'll be right back. So like a lot of the problems I'm having right now mostly stem from not being able to use symmetry. Because I'm pretty sure like once I get the shape down, excuse me. I'm pretty sure once I get the shapes down, everything's gonna kind of fall into place. It's making me curious, like, should I be trying to model this character like I typically would, like if I was going to use them for animation, and then making an illustration out of that, which honestly isn't the worst idea ever, because I probably will use this character at a later point, and may make that process a little bit easier later down the road. But something tells me that like there's something a little bit more organic about working this way. I don't know. Let me see if I can't find something on YouTube. Okay, 3D illustration. Is this a? This can't be a generally uncommon thing. Well, it's nice to know that, hey Fuzzy, how's it going, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Fuzzy, you work in 3D, right? Absolute death trying to do 3D. Let me ask you a question. When it comes to making illustrations in 3D, here I'll put an example. Yeah, I'll put an example in the chat right quick so you can understand what I'm talking about. So, something akin to this. And give me your opinion on this. I don't even know if I'm able to help. I'm so bad. That's fine. Just like having another professional opinion is more than enough for me. Like, do you imagine that, like for this, do you imagine that they made the character model and like then rigged it and then like put it in this pose? Or do you imagine that maybe rather than doing that, they just like did the pose right out? What do you think? What do you feel may or may not make more sense? Because I'm trying to go straight on about it, but I don't know if that's the right move. I think they would have posed it, then added the details and stuff. Yeah. So maybe that's how I need to go about this. Maybe like I'm going about this in the wrong way. I'm trying to find anything that may or may not like illustrate whether or not funny enough. I don't think it's rigged. Because a lot of like what I'm seeing is very much like almost everything I'm seeing looks rigged. And to be fair, I don't think it would take anything away from my work if I were to rig it first. I just think it's like a okay, maybe it is. Yeah, I don't like when I see that. I don't necessarily think. I mean, it could go either way, but I would probably bank more on being rigged than otherwise. Because here's effectively my dilemma. Trying to figure out whether or not I should continue going about this the way that I'm going about it. Like whether that takes anything away from it. But like I mentioned, I don't think you would come in before I said this. it might just be for the best if I do go ahead and rig it, for the reasons of I may use this character again at later points, and even like at a more frequent rate. So in order to make sure that the facial details are kept up and like I'm not like changing anything unnecessarily. Okay, well, here's what we're gonna do. I'll be right back. Like, it's gonna be like, well, they use Maya and ZBrush, no Blender. So they probably made the base in Maya and texture and detail in ZBrush. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I mean, like, I would be able to do all of that. Like, that's not really much of a problem. Because if I'm like, what I'm probably gonna do from here is I'm probably just going to, I'm probably going to go make the rig right quick. Well, right quick. I'm gonna spend like the next week making the rig, and then once I've got it done, I can bring it back in here and basically pose her up the same way that it's supposed to be. Same with the cat. Which I was already planning on making this cat anyway. This is my cat. Yeah, technically the girl is based off my daughter. So fun times. But yeah, I'll be right back. Like, it's gonna take me less than a minute. I don't even know, I'm sorry. You don't have to be sorry. I'm trying to figure this out all on my own as well. I mean, realistically, like, the rigging part of it probably makes sense, just because, like, doing the, like modeling and sculpting everything, and then trying to move it around, probably makes more sense than, like, moving everything, and then trying to model it asymmetrically. You could probably do it. It's just the problem is I'm seeing more rigs than I am not rigged. So yeah, that's just what we're gonna do. And then later down the road, I can always use this rig of the girl and like maybe put her in different clothes and stuff. So I mean, it's not like it's a bad thing. Just basically putting a little bit more time in to use something, or to make something we can use more frequently and more easy, I guess. Alright, well, if we're gonna do this, I think I want to, I think I want to focus on the head and face a little bit before we get, like, super in-depth with the rest. Okay, let's see, how tall is the 2 meters? Okay. Let's do this. Save ourselves some time. Control that. Not Control S. Shift S. Origin to 3 cursor. Then Shift S again. Cursor world origin. Oh wait, why don't we just do this? There we go. There. Okay, so that's 6 feet. I think we'll do like a slightly older version. Well, I don't even know if that's necessary. Yeah, I guess so. We'll do like a slightly older. So we'll make her like average height. What is... Come hither, Google. Let's see. Meters. No, I need feet. 2 meters. We'll just say 5'4", so what is that, 5.333? 1.625. So then on top of that, we need to make seven heads of that. Okay, let's divide that by 7. Then we can just stack that. $1.625 divided by 7.232. And just go ahead and take the snapping off. get rid of the last one. Cool. And we can actually take that last one and move it over. And we can even these closer because I want to be able to see what I'm doing. Let's go ahead and make some for the body. Okay, let's. So I want to make sure before we hit like this point, the rest of this needs to be leg. Even mirror this over. Let's go ahead and get rid of the. There we go. That's maybe like a little too long. That's better. Let's go ahead and start mirroring shit over. I'm just gonna put it all to the bottom. Other one. Oh, we're still on local. This way. Okay, cool. I keep getting it mixed up because it's on global. Okay, or because it goes from local to global, and vice versa. Okay. Should we maybe block out the body? I think it might be helpful. I'm not gonna worry about the hands just yet. Let's rematch it. Pretty hefty, but I think it's fine. I just want to make sure it all blends together decently enough. In fact, I'm gonna have like a really large fucking. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's go ahead and topo. $15 for now. That might be like way too little. Yeah, it's way too little. I forget that it's like size based. We can get like that's good enough. Shape in. It'd probably also help if I put on symmetry. The whole reason we decided to do this the way we did. I might have to do this first though. What are you doing that? Oh, I see. Wait, are we off kilter? What? Man. Okay, pretty please. Perfectly symmetrical. I think that's good enough for now. Let's put a neck in there as well. Wait, why did it turn off the symmetry? Yeah, let's use the stronger. Okay. I guess I don't need symmetry as much on this. Excuse me. I don't know why everything's being a little more frustrating tonight than normal. Okay. Let's go ahead and start on the face. I think we've got enough to like at least get that going. And then let's go ahead and also, while we're at it. Okay. Turn on symmetry again, because it's kicking off. I'm also gonna I'm gonna mess with the top of the with the top right here, because it's kind of Wait, I think I see another problem. Yeah, go. Okay. Isn't like a big one, but it's substantial enough to throw me off. But bring this up a little bit more. 1,000 might be a touch too excessive. There we go. Okay. Let's start trying to lay down some landmarks. Okay, we can come up a substantial bit. 60,000 is fine. Oh wait, was that what was going on? Okay. That should probably be placed a little bit further down. Go ahead and grab some eyes. Come forward, I can't see you. Let's keep all the originals over here. Probably sit like right about here, maybe. Probably gonna need more resolution on this before we get too much further into a lot of the landmarks. It's way too high. Well, no, that might be right. I just think the nose might be a little bit too high, or a little bit too low, rather. Hang on, give me a second, guys. Wait, sorry, my cat was trying to get into his treats. We had them laying on the couch. Guys, I'm gonna mute myself for a bit. My chair's being extra creaky. Hey Raiden, how's it going? You got me just in time to lose my mind. The streams are kind of difficult today. Nothing necessarily seems like it wants to work with me. And then the stream disconnected earlier, which kind of broke a lot of my steam. Now I'm trying to get this head right, but it's not, right now it's not working. Kind of being super frustrating right now. Yeah, it feels bad. We'll get through it, and if I have to, I'll just fucking like hop off stream and just work on it. I don't want to say it's like pressure, but like I can feel myself getting annoyed pretty bad. Just a few things with the face just aren't working right now. I don't know, this side for the nose right now looks kind of cute. Now if I can just get the fucking nostrils to work right, we'll be alright. It's quite rough. What is? I think the reason why it's fucking with me so hard is because I don't have any fucking eyelids yet. Because I've run into this problem before. Alright, I think I need to start building eyelids up a little bit. Feels a little bit better. Get that bottom one in. I don't know why. Let me save this real quick before something happens. I don't know why, but it really feels like I can't find like a good quality spot for doing the details, because it feels like if I do it on one, like it's not enough, but or like it's way too much, and then like even like 0.5 feels like too much. But then like I go to like 0.25 and I feel like I'm barely doing anything. I think I'm just gonna start building eyes. Like, I don't want to say it's like a bad work night, but like, I don't know, it just seems like nothing wants to work with me on stream tonight. Pull the top up a little bit. She looks like she's 2. They have spots like this that are just kind of doing like whatever they want. It's kind of frustrating me. It do be like that sometimes. Yeah, we'll figure it out though. Even now, it just looks weird. Sometimes the universe just fucks your stuff up like, for literally no reason. Yeah. I'll be honest, I think I'm kind of in my head right now. Like I'm like really like mind fucking myself. I probably realistically just need to chill out and just take a breather. Yeah, most likely. Yeah. I can agree with that. We definitely need more fat over here. I hate doing it so early, but I really need more detail in this because I'm just not getting any of this shit that I want. Oh, that's the wrong way. That should be better. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, we're back. We lit a candle. It's a little stuffy in the living room, so we opened the door for a moment. I think we're good now. I think we are zen as fuck. I think I want to bring the size of the eyes up a bit, like that might kind of be. Guys, I'll be right back. Okay. I'm gonna change the madcap because I feel like I'm not seeing everything. Okay. Yeah, this is actually a lot better. That back a little bit. It's still a little on the Asian side. I definitely want to like alleviate that some. But honestly, if we get something resembling like what I want it to be, then I think we're fine. At least for the moment. Up a little. You don't know what the fucking deal is with me today. I'm really trying to get this figured out, but I'm just struggling so hard. And the problem is I don't know why I'm struggling so fucking hard. I think I'm just really in my fucking head. I gotta chill. I may honestly end stream soon. I'm just not feeling it. I might honestly have to just tackle this next time I get on. I'll do it. I'll get on tomorrow and figure this shit out. Like, I'm fucking myself up so hard. Like, I'm not even playing like fucking RuneScape while I'm working, which I've been doing for like the past like 6 months. Just play RuneScape while I'm working. It's typically I'm like laid back, but like right now I'm stressing myself out for no reason. It's not a good time. Like I do want to be fair to myself. Like, I'm closer than I was earlier. So it's not like I'm wasting time. But I'd be lying if I said it didn't feel like I was just wasting time. I'm sitting here like I should have had this done already. I mean, the problem is like it's not even like things I'm not aware that I'm doing. Like, I totally know what's happening. Or rather, it's not that I know what's happening, it's like I know what my mistakes are when I see them. It's just like, I don't know. I'm not in a groove. And right now it just feels like shit. Because it's so infrequently that I get like this, like where I'm in like a theoretical rut. And like, admittedly now, like, we are much closer. Like, even than when I just started talking. It's just like, right now, no progress that we make feels good. I'm kind of like, without necessarily meaning to, just kind of beating myself up. Like right there, like I think I like technically made a mistake. Whereas usually it'd be like, oh well, let's just like figure out what we did wrong and fix it. Like I'm just kind of fucking with myself. What makes it worse is like typically I don't take this much time to like do something like this. And it's like every step that I'm taking like feels worse, but I'm trying to like correct it. Yeah, I'm about to hop off. I don't even know if I can like rate somebody. I'm really feeling like shit about this. I'm like super insecure about it now. I just don't really want to. I really don't want to leave myself in like a, like next time I come to it, I don't want to like have myself in a position where it's like, well, this looks like garbage. Why would I even fucking start this? Why not just start over or just work on a different project? I'm just continuing to work in the hopes that like we maybe like undo mistakes that we made. I think how strong the eyebrows are is kind of making things worse. Like if I can bring this down some. Alright, I'm gonna give myself 5 more minutes to kind of like fix this, and if I can't, then I'm just gonna come back. No, you know what? Fuck it. I'm getting off. Alright, guys. I'll. Jesus Christ. I'm hopping off for now. I can't focus anymore. Like, I'm fucking my mind up too much. I'll see you guys later.